Hey there, Ann Shibani, publisher at Summit Press Publishers.
And I'm Walt Hampton, the founder and CEO of Summit Success International. And we're really excited to share with you some ideas about how you can make $1 million with your book.
Okay, that's a pretty audacious statement. So, what are we talking about?
All right. So, the very first thing we're talking about is this thing called a platform.
All right, platforms are the bane of writers' existence. So, what is a platform? A platform is a following. It is an email list. It is social media followers. It is YouTube followers. It is the large number of people who love what you are speaking about, writing about all the time. These are your ready-made purchasers.
And so many authors and would-be authors come to us with amazing ideas that they want to get out in the world. They want to have that impact and that influence and to make a lot of money. And they are still in the beginnings of building a platform. And this platform piece is so critically important. Whether you're looking to publish with one of the big five, whether you're looking to work with one of the independent publishers, the platform is the key to being seen in the world. That is to say that the platform comes first. The book won't have that big splash. It won't have that impact in the world unless you have a big list, unless you have a significant following on social media, unless you're out speaking and on summits and on podcasts. That platform is critically important. And you see a lot of people who just don't want to do that.
It's like classic writers want to write. They don't want to build a platform because building a platform takes away from writing. But you are not going to play this game well just with beautiful, clean writing. You have to build your platform as well.
So one of the things we're passionate about doing at Summit Press is working with our writers, working with our authors to build that platform if they don't have it, and even if they have it, to grow it more vibrantly, to engage it, because it's not just the size of the platform, but it's the engagement of the platform. And so one of the things that we're really very intent on doing with supporting our authors is to get that platform super solid and super engaged, so when your book hits the world, it's really making that big impact.
Okay, so big concept number 2 that we want to drive home. If you want to make $1 million with your book, what else do you need, Walter?
Well, you need to be solving a particular problem. Now, those of you who are watching this video, who are writers or people who want to write books, well, you probably are a reader, and we like to read for entertainment and for amusement, and that's okay. The thing that we do at Summit Press is we help you get seen as an expert authority, as a go-to authority in the world, to put your expertise on the map, as it were, to elevate your visibility in the world. And it can't be this general amorphous thing. We actually have to go out and solve a particular problem with your book.
A particular problem, right? Like, I'm a huge fan of stories because stories are the glue that holds the book together. They are the glue that holds your concepts and lessons together. Yet every story that you tell has to serve the purpose of taking your reader from a problem to a solution of said problem. So if that problem is unclear, if your stories are seemingly random or generic, or they don't have anything to do with a big result that you're selling with your book, then they probably need to be chucked. So, do you have a problem that you're solving? If you don't, this isn't the kind of book that you want to write, and it's not the kind of book that's going to earn you the kind of money that we're talking about here.
And so examples of books that we've worked on recently that have done really well out in the marketplace. One is helping organizations, particularly financial service organizations, create engaged cultures. An engaged culture can be a real problem in that industry, can be a real problem in any industry, and getting an engaged culture will increase the profits of a firm. Another book that we took to bestseller status not very long ago was about pain, people in physical pain and how to get out of that physical pain. These are actual problems that need to be solved in the world. And so when you come to us with an idea, one of the things we want to do with you, one of the things we do with you is to get you really clear on sharpening that message and, as you say, connecting the stories that illustrate your journey that you take your readers on from that place of pain, from that place of uncertainty, from that challenge that she or he or the business might have, to that place of success and solution.
And it's also narrowing the problem down, because your target market may have a number of problems, but we have to key in on one major problem, because if you try to solve a 8-headed hydra problem, you blow out your scope, you blow out your book, and it's not as readable, and it's not as marketable, and it isn't going to make you the money that you deserve.
And this is not going to be the last book that you work on. You likely, if you're listening to the video, is somebody who has a lot of ideas and a lot of creativity, and that's great. There are other books that we can write around that. Solving one big problem will go a long way to giving you that impact, that influence, and that big income that you're looking for.
Okay, another aspect of the book that will make you the kind of money that we are audaciously talking about. What would that be, Walter?
That's having a solid business foundation that's related to the book. So people think, I'm going to sell 1,000 copies or 5,000 copies or 100,000, a million copies of the book. But it doesn't take a rocket surgeon to do the mathematics around royalties per unit of the book. If you're a Condoleezza Rice or Barack or Michelle Obama, you're going to generate some significant money with the book. For most entrepreneurs, business professionals, coaches, consultants, speakers who are writing books, it is the thing that's related to the book, the business that's related to the book, the products and the programs that you launch in connection with the book that are really going to generate the extraordinary wealth. And by extraordinary wealth, we are talking about millions or a million or multi-millions when it's done well.
So at a very, very, short level, at a very, very basic level, who is it that you serve? What is the problem that you solve? What are the benefits associated with this big problem that you solve? If they solve this problem, what are those benefits? That's the core understanding of what you do as a business person. But beyond that is what other products, what other services, what other events can you sell to the readers of your book? Once they've read this book, what deeper transformation can they get with you using one of these products or services? If you don't have an associated product or service, probably not going to make the money.
And it's one of the things we're passionate about helping our authors do, is to ideate and then create and then market in connection with their books that product or program that really generates the big revenue. So for example, this book around the conscious creation of culture in the financial services industry, there's a program that's related to it that we worked on and built out, and it's a $5,000 per program package, and it has generated a lot of income in the marketplace by virtue of being seen in connection with the book, and gives that ongoing deeper transformation that you're talking about. And so one of the things we want to see for you in the world as you get your book out there is that you have a product or a program that's related to that, a solid business foundation that allows you to have that big impact and that big influence in the world.
Right. You don't need to be a serious mathematician to do the calculation on that one. Book sales versus a $5,000 course off the back of your book.
So, having a really solid platform, having a crystal clear problem that you solve, having a business platform that supports all of this work, that's the pathway to making $1 million or more with your expert positioning book. And we're really driven to help entrepreneurs and business professionals get their message out into the world in a big way so that they can have the impact and the income that they deserve. So if you're interested, if you have an idea for a book or you have a manuscript that's been sitting in your Google Drive folder for way too long, we'd love to invite you to submit your book idea for review by our acquisition editors at Summit Press. We review all of our submissions and we would love to consider yours. So somewhere around this video, you'll find a link where you can click it and submit your book idea. And we'll look forward to supporting you in the months and the years ahead and seeing you have the impact, the influence, and the income that you want and deserve.
Bye for now, guys.
Bye for now.